Welcome to Phamaly Theatre Company's volunteer training video. We are excited for you to volunteer with Phamaly, where we transform stories, deconstruct barriers, and elevate disability. For basic information, please visit our website at phamaly.org, and with any questions, please email volunteer@phamaly.org. Great, let's get started. Presentation Overview. At the beginning of this video, we will cover general information about Phamaly as an organization, including how Phamaly started, Phamaly today, our mission, vision, and values, the commitment to equity and justice, information about working with the disability community, and preferred language. In the second half of the video, we will cover volunteer-specific information, including who are the people behind the curtain, usher volunteer information, backstage volunteer information, volunteer lead information, our reporting procedure, our volunteer agreement and requirements, and finally, the volunteer rewards. How Phamaly started. Phamaly was founded in 1989 by 5 friends with disabilities at the Betcher School in Denver. Founders include Kevin All, Richard Britton, Kathleen Traylor, Greg V. Hill, and Terry Westerman Wagner. Originally, the acronym stood for the Physically Handicapped Amateur Musical Actors League. In 1990, Phamaly produced its first show, Guys and Dolls. Phamaly today. Since the founding, we have lost the acronym and are simply known as Phamaly Theatre Company. We are a nomadic organization, performing in venues across Colorado and the globe. Our programming includes plays, musicals, and beyond. We also provide workshops and classes for our artists. Today, Phamaly invites artists living with all types of disability, physical, cognitive, intellectual, and emotional, to be involved with our programming. Mission and vision. Phamaly Theatre Company's mission is to be a creative home for theater artists with disabilities, to model a disability-affirmative theatrical process, and to upend conventional narratives by transforming individuals, audiences, and the world. Our vision. Phamaly Theatre Company strives to create a world in which disability and the differences within the human condition are celebrated, and the theater experience is accessible and welcoming to all. Phamaly's values. Community. Phamaly is passionate about creating and supporting all members of its community on and off stage. Authenticity. Phamaly celebrates the unconventional and uplifts human uniqueness. Disability affirmative. Phamaly has pride in the disability identity. Adaptation. Phamaly believes in disability as a creative asset and artistic aesthetic that can transform conventional stories and unlock creative potential. Innovation. Phamaly is fiercely committed to deconstructing barriers so theater artists with disabilities can work freely and productively and do their best work. Humor. Phamaly creates a safe space to allow for laughter, vulnerability, and fearlessness. Commitment to equity and justice. Phamaly acknowledges the present and pervasive history of racism, ableism, sexism, ethnocentrism, gender bias, ageism, and economic inequality that filters through the arts and greater society. We strive to actively dismantle these and other forms of inequity and inequality in every aspect of our work. We believe the inclusion of all community members makes our art stronger. Phamaly's mission-driven focus is to engage people with disabilities. In addition, we commit to intentionally creating a safe and welcoming space for people of all societal identities, including the deaf community, people of color, Native American and Indigenous and First Nations, women, non-binary and non-conforming gender identities, and LGBTQIA2+. We believe that everyone deserves comprehensive access to transformative artistic experiences, and it is the responsibility of everyone who engages with the art, appreciators, supporters, participants, creators, to make this a reality. Working with the disability community. If you're not sure about something, don't be afraid to ask questions. Be flexible and be prepared to make adjustments as you learn new information. Use preferred language. Understand that disability in the disabled community is very complex. Understand that everyone is on their own journey with disability. Each individual will have different opinions and preferences, and we respect that. Don't make assumptions and always treat every person with respect. Do not touch anyone or their mobility device without their permission. If you find an unaccompanied mobility device, do not move it unless specifically requested by their owner or for a direct safety concern. With blind individuals, ask if they would like to be guided or verbally directed. If they would like to be guided, provide an elbow to them and slowly travel to the destination. If they would like to be verbally directed, travel slowly while providing a voice for them to follow. With deaf individuals, it's okay to use a phone or pen and paper when an interpreter is not available. If you are using an interpreter, be sure to look at the individual you are speaking to and not the interpreter. Do not avoid speaking to individuals with disabilities. And if someone with a disability is accompanied by another person, do not make assumptions about their relationship. Preferred language. Terms to use: disability or disabled, person with disabilities or person without disabilities, blind and low vision, deaf and hard of hearing, intellectual and developmental disability, accessible, accommodations or accommodate, and assist. Terms to avoid: handicap, cripple, special needs, differently abled, wheelchair bound, suffering or afflicted, help or serve, and inspirational. Behind the curtain. Here are some individuals you may encounter during your volunteer experience. Backstage, we have the stage management team, actors, technicians, directors, designers, musicians, our volunteer lead, and backstage volunteers. In the front of house, there's the house manager, box office manager, and ushers. And on the family staff, there's the administrative staff and our production staff. Usher volunteer. There are a number of assignments available to ushers, including greeting patrons, scanning tickets and seating patrons, providing event details, providing accessibility information, and selling concessions. The usher direct supervisor is the house manager, who will provide daily training, show information, and assignments for all volunteers. Backstage volunteer. Tasks assigned to backstage volunteers include, but are not limited to, pre-show assistance, providing accessibility services, assisting with backstage changes, props pass-off, and other technical elements, and post-show assistance. A backstage volunteer's direct supervisor is the volunteer lead with additional support from the stage management team. Together, they will provide all of the information you need to succeed backstage, including training that takes place over Tech Week rehearsals, which are required. Ideally, a backstage volunteer would be able to cover 50% or more of the show dates. Volunteer lead responsibilities include, but are not limited to, pre-show announcements and taking attendance, providing green room support, including pre-show activities, providing support for backstage volunteers in collaboration with the stage management team, filling in for absent volunteers, and providing support, including planning for our opening and closing day parties. The supervisor for the volunteer lead includes members of the family staff and the stage management team. Ideally, a volunteer lead would be able to cover most show dates, and it is required for them to attend our tech rehearsals and to have volunteered with family for at least one production. Reporting procedure. Do not do anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. Please communicate with us if something happens while you're volunteering with family. Always feel free to ask any questions you have. We want you to succeed. That means the full family staff is available to support you at any time. If you do not feel comfortable speaking with someone about something that's going on, please feel free to use our anonymous feedback form. The link and information to this form is available in your volunteer agreement. Volunteer agreements and requirements. All volunteers are required to take and pass a background check before working with us. Commitment and attendance. Choose an assignment with your ability and interest and time, and don't overcommit yourself. Have respect for others and artistic choices. Support families' marketing efforts. Please use professional conduct and behavior, and follow the organizational policies and directives provided to you by your supervisor. All volunteers are required to apply for each position. There's no experience necessary, and individuals with and without disabilities are encouraged to participate as volunteers. Volunteer rewards. Rewards vary depending on the production, so please look at your volunteer agreement for specific details. Rewards include experience with a professional disability affirmative person-first theater organization, connection to the disability community, and if you sign up for a production, you receive 2 tickets to the invited dress performance. Volunteers who spend 5 or more hours with us in a season are invited to our annual Volunteer Appreciation Party. You have concluded the Phamaly Theatre Company volunteer training video. Thank you for watching, and we are excited to work with you. If you would like more basic information, please visit our website at phamaly.org. That's PHAMALY.org. And if you have any questions, please email volunteer@phamaly.org. That's VOLUNTEER@PHAMALY.org.